Hi guys. So I'm taking care of my neighbor's dog right there. The little Boston Terrier. He had some kind of like cataract surgery yesterday. And he's struggling today. He's struggling last night. And stop it. And he's not doing well. But today, I guess this morning, it's already 6:15 or something. And he seems better. But I don't know. And I just want to share some thoughts with you that, I reached out to some folks, in the church, and they've been praying. And, I want to do as much as I can for, my elderly neighbors and my loved ones, and especially in the church, And I was told that I do so much. I mean, not just, helping this gentleman with this issue here, but that I do so much for the others in the church. But I look at it from the perspective that I'm not really doing anything. I mean, I help when I can, but I really don't think, in my own opinion, about my own works, that I'm not doing anything extraordinary. And the accolades that I'm receiving for doing these things is really unwarranted. And I'll tell you why. Because we should be doing this stuff as a regular thing, like as an everyday, regular thing to help everybody. Like that's what, as Christians, that's what we're called to do. So nothing I'm doing is extraordinary. Nothing I'm doing is really worthy of all that effort. It's what we should be doing as our everyday thing. And I'm surprised. I'm thankful, I guess, but it's a strange thing. I don't know, because everybody should be doing this all the time. We should not have family in nursing homes. We should not have people sick and dying in the hospital and hospice and all that. We should not have any of that. We should be taking care of our own. That whole industry should not even exist. Nursing homes should not even exist. Hospice should not even exist. Now, I know that there's palliative care and things like that, and comfort care, because the pain can be excruciating. I get that. But as far as long-term care, that should be done by the families in the home, where the person is used to being around their own environment. I have another neighbor, and I'm not going to throw out dirty laundry, but she started to be forgetful. We'll say forgetfulness, and doing some bizarre things that were not really dangerous in themselves, but they were just disturbing, maybe leaving the phone off the hook and doing some things, inconvenient things for the family. So they just rolled her up one day and stuffed her in a nursing home. And she'll probably never be back to the church, never be back. But it was a convenient thing for that family to just, they can go off and do what they want to do now because they don't have to take care of grandma anymore. They can do their vacations and all that kind of stuff. But I just see this as a a profoundly sorrowful thing that our elderly are neglected in such a strong way. I just think that we should have done them better. We should have done them better as a whole generation. You know, sure, older people are kind of hard to get along with, and I truly believe, I know this is a fact. They are hard to get along with sometimes, and I struggle with that myself. Little conflicts and things, but I just have to let it, pass by me. But it's just, we should not have this. We should not have this. We should be taking care of our own, and there should not be any great accolades for somebody that's standing in the gap. It should be an everyday task, every day. I mean, if we're supposed to be living and doing what Jesus said, I mean, I figure most of the folks that's watching my stuff probably have a walk with the Lord. At least know that Jesus exists, right? And if we're supposed to be followers of Christ, I mean, he took care of the folks, the apostles, maybe not Jesus himself, but the apostles, they sold everything they had and got into a community themselves and took care of it. Everything was one. Everything was in common. They sold all their possessions and lived as one, and they all helped each other. And that community is what we're lacking now. And the kingdom is here. The kingdom has been here. And we have done everything as a people group. We have done everything to destroy that with our own selfish desires. Our own selfishness. That's a sin. That's a sin. If we don't put others ahead of ourselves, it's a sin. And we're all going to be, I mean, I'm sure I've neglected people. I know before I truly found the Lord, I neglected a lot of people. I didn't care about anybody but myself. What about yourself? Me. I did it me. I did it my way. And what a shameful thing that is. What a terrible thing. And I've learned that. I've learned that lesson, and it's maybe I'm playing catch up. Maybe the Lord has put me here to atone for my sins. It's me to unwrap all of that stuff. That I'm walking it out now. But it's just really disturbing that we have a whole group of people that are dying, 70s and 80s, that are just dying, getting ready to pass on. And nobody cares about them. Nobody wants to do anything with them. And they, like I said, they are hard to get along with sometimes because they're set. They're set in their ways and they're stubborn. And you just got to, step back away from them a little bit. But when they need something, we got to be right in there to stand in the gap. We do. But this whole shoving people in nursing homes and ignoring them and just going on with our lives, it's really sad. It's pathetic. And I'm really against that. But I'm not doing anything extra or amazing or fantastic or extraordinary. I'm just doing what should be done. In a minute, you all, I walked through this yard this morning and I got to pick up the poop, okay? It should be done. I've got to pick it up. I'm going to step over it while I'm doing this video. But in a little while, I'm going to pick it up. Because it should be done. Not because I'm any great, special, important thing. It just has to be done. And and please don't misunderstand me. I'm not equating the service work that I do for the elderly folks to dog poop. I'm not. I'm just saying we should be doing these things. It's not extraordinary, and we should be doing it more. Because they're going to die, and all that whole generation's going to be gone. And then what? What's coming up now? What kind of foolishness is coming up now? They don't know the anatomy that God gave them and how to distinguish between the two, what they are. Because everybody coming up now is fully entwined and twisted with the beast and his devices. They know all about Satan's devices, but they can't discern Satan's devices. So they're listening to Pan and his flute, and they're all being led astray. They're all being led astray. They can't decide what they are. They don't know. So here we are in the middle of that. The ones that knew and know, have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, are passing by. They're going on. And those of us that are left, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm 49 years old. Those that are 80 years old, that's a great generation, those older folks. But the ones, coming up now, what a train wreck that is. What a train wreck that is. And I don't want to complain. I'm going to give glory to the Lord for wisdom and discernment. And I've got to get on with my day. I've got to take my neighbor back to the doctor. He fell after his surgery, so we had to follow up anyway. So we'll have to discuss that stuff. So you all stay strong in the Lord and do your duties. We're going to be judged by our works. We're going to be judged by our works. And I know we're not saved by works, but we're saved unto good works. And however we can help our communities, because when our community is gone, it's gone. There's no one. And what will we have then? So you all have a blessed day in Jesus' name.